So I have a Squier Strat. Squier is like the backbone of the affordable guitar industry. You see them hanging all over the walls at Guitar Center. They cost like $150 new, maybe $200 for a bundle that comes with a 10-watt practice amp. And they come up for sale used all the time too. I wouldn't spend more than $100 for a used one. $75 is like an average fair price. Sometimes you see them come up for $50 or $40, and that's a really good deal. I've had this one for a few years. I think I paid like $60 for it. But a guy that I work with is interested in buying it, and this guy came from Indiana. So I thought about I'm going to modify this a little bit. I've got an old Road Atlas here, because who uses Road Atlases anymore in their car? Everyone's got a map on their phone. So I was going to cover the pick guard with a map of Indiana and try to put his hometown on there and give him something so he doesn't forget where he comes from. So the first thing I need to do is to remove this pick guard. I'll take these screws out, and then the volume and tone knobs need to come off. There's a couple techniques I know to do this. One is to use a towel, a rag, and when this works, it looks beautiful. It doesn't always work. Sometimes they're on there a little harder, so then I'd use a spoon. But let me try this rag first. You stuff the edge underneath it and work it around. They're not on there flush all the way down, so usually you can get an edge of it through there. Try to wrap it all the way around, grab a hold of it, and lift right. It didn't work. Let me try this one. So work it under. It goes under pretty easily. Try to wrap it around and pull. It comes off just like that. Usually that doesn't always work. So just use a spoon, and you know the roundness of the spoon is probably going to protect the finish. If this was an expensive guitar, I'd put a piece of cardboard or a cloth under there. You know, I can put this cloth under here. Just try to work it from different angles. Alright, so here's the pick guard, a loaded pick guard. So I want to remove these pickups, these pots, so I can just have a flat pick guard to trace around the map. So let's see, first I'm going to remove these guys. Alright, so messing with these screws is how you would raise or lower the pickups to the height of the strings. I will pay attention to the direction the screw is going in between the pickup and the bottom of the pick guard. It's going this way like a tornado, not this way like a cone. The funnel's pointing down. And I'm putting all these in my tray so I don't lose them. Alright. So this is the stuff I'll use to apply the map to the pick guard. It'll work good as an adhesive, and then it also works good as a sealant. So I'll use it to glue this down, and then I'll put a couple coats on the top to make a pretty water resistant sealant for it. All right, Trent.
Daddy.
Hello. Okay, here's my friend Trent, who came from Indiana, and my daughter. And here's the guitar that I prepped up for you. Ready? Look how Star can move these toys.
Like the strings. What's that a map of? Indianapolis?
It's Indiana.
Oh wow, man! Did you do that?
Yes.
Like recently?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
And I got the video of me prepping it and everything.
You didn't even tell me about that.
Right. So where was the city that you came from?
Elwood? It's right here. Well, it's right here.
Oh, right on. And then over here is Lafayette, where I live, where I grew up.
Whoa, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's like a water resistant sealant.
Uh-huh.
So the finish is, if you spill a beer on it, it shouldn't bother it too much. All right, well, check it out. And there's the
Wow,
red
man.
strings that you requested.
It looks really good with the red.
See better. So, where all did you live?
No, I've lived all over this place. I'm from this town right here, named Elwood.
Yeah.
I've lived in Indianapolis. I've lived in Noblesville and Fishers. I've lived in Tipton. And that's where you're from up here, right?
Yeah, well, that's where I went to high school. Before that, I lived in Hartford City, which is up here off the mount. I see Fairmont. That's where James Dean is from.
Mm-hmm.
We used to drive, through it on the way to Harvard City, and then we went down to Muncie all the time. Muncie must be right over here.
Yes.
Off the map. And when I was older, I got my own car. I went down to Indianapolis all the time. I went to Beech Grove down there.
Yeah, I actually used to live in Wanamaker, which is right next to Beech Grove.
Oh, right on. I never went to the 500 though.
I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually.